Hello everyone, this is Tanzina Billah. I'm holding this discussion with my colleague Ramya Raja Gopal for the unit Address Adult Language Literacy and Numeracy Skills. So I have held a training session on FNS ACC 313, perform financial calculations. And on that session, I would like to get some feedback from her. So hi Ramya, how are you doing?
Hi Tanzina, good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thanks. So first of all, I would like to tell you something about my training session, and then you can ask me whatever question you like to ask. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So the session was on accounting, how to record transactions using TE accounts and then prepare the trial balance. So in this training session, the delivery strategies that I used were chunking and scaffolding. So in chunking, I took the learners step by step through the basics of accounting transactions and then linked this to TE accounts and lastly to trial balance. And in scaffolding, I gave the learners constant support by taking them through sample transactions to reinforce their learning. So there were 3 learners and they had, most of them had kinesthetics as their learning style. So they preferred to learn by doing. And then I encouraged the learners to answer the practice questions and I asked them repeatedly if they had any questions during the session. So I wanted all of them to participate spontaneously. So I made them take turns. And the assessment strategy that I used was feedback and repetition. So I gave learners on the spot feedback when they were doing the practice questions and also the quiz. So I think they found it very interesting and enjoyable. And then I did repetition. I gave learners the sample transactions to refine their understanding and skill. So overall, in my opinion, this session was okay. And I invited some feedbacks from the learners as well. And they gave me very good feedback, very useful feedback. So my learners told me that I should be technically sound to handle Zoom meetings, and then they liked my resource, the PowerPoint slides that I used and the quiz slide that I used. They loved them absolutely. And they also mentioned that the session flowed very well. So thanks to my learners. And also they wanted me to give them more sample transactions for practice at home. So I look forward to me giving them homework and meeting them in the next session. So I've told you about this. So what do you think? So what do you think about my delivery strategy?
Yes, sure. Thank you, Tanzina, for your super simple explanation. From your explanation, I could see a mental picture of your training, how you planned and how you delivered. It sounds very amazing to me. And with your delivery strategies, chunking and scaffolding, I really appreciate these 2 delivery strategies that supports the learning of the learners. And also I appreciate your assessment strategies, which has a feedback. Then and there you are providing the feedback to your learners when they give their responses for the activities in your T accounts and the other journal entries that supports their confidence, building up their confidence to participate effectively and to engage effectively. And the repetition, repeating something again and again will help them to retain the information in their head for so long. And they are doing some practical activities also. This is what I understood from your explanation about your training and session. So it sounds amazing to me. I'm very happy about your delivery strategies and assessment strategies. And I have some feedback, which is positive, and I have some suggestions that could help you for your future improvement and continual improvement as well as.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for your constructive comments, and also please tell me the feedback.
So with the delivery strategy, so the delivery strategy was very effective and it is well planned. It was very easy to understand.
Oh, thank you.
And when it comes to sequencing and structuring of your presentation, it was very good too. So looking at the PowerPoint presentations, keywords, activities, the way you formulated your presentation was very good.
Thank
When
you.
it comes to your PPT, that is your delivery strategy used for presenting your core content, PPT was very clear with keywords and the samples, and they are very easy to understand and to work on as well. Reading it, interpreting it, understanding, and to working on it. So it was good. Overall, it was a very good session. However, for the given topic, one-on-one session would be more helpful to see it happening practically. Because when it comes to T accounts, translating the journal entries and putting the debit entries and credit entries into the T accounts, if it is a one-on-one session, you can provide them the support very effectively to 100%, and they can also receive the information, the training what you're providing, rather than group training. This is what I prefer. One-on-one will work more effectively to the core performance. And with your assessment strategies, what I found is maybe you can include some more practical activities so that you can see the learners' performance on their own way, without any scaffolding, without any support while they are working on the activities. So in that, you can assess how effectively they are using the knowledge and the skill they gained over the training session, independent performance of the learners.
What kind of questions do you suggest?
So you can give them some questions, some accounting problems, so that they can write the journal entries on their own, and they can transfer those entries to debit and credit in the T accounts.
Okay.
So they can do their on their own, because simply making the entries on the debit side and credit side of the T accounts, instead they can start writing the journal entries from the business transactions, even that includes a narration as well, so that they know what is happening in the business. So if this is the business transaction, this is how this account will get debited and that account will get credited, and they can give a brief narration about the business transaction. So that will help them to understand, so this is my daily transaction and how it is going to get debited and how it is going to get credited, and how I am getting my trial balance T account a balanced one. So debit balances should equalize with the credit balance. So they can start from the initial, the first level of accounting, to posting them to T accounts. This is what I prefer, so that you can see their understanding right from the first, the foundation point of converting the daily business transaction into accounting transactions.
Okay, so the examples that I used were very simple in words. So you want me to give them more complex things so that they can get the transaction out of the situation.
Yes, so that you can see how their brain is processing to the business transactions.
Yes.
So how they are taking the debit accounts or the credit accounts.
Very nice feedback. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you. And with your learning resources, it was absolutely good.
Oh, thank you very much.
Who doesn't have an accounting background, simply looking at your learning resources, they can understand, because you have developed your learning resources something like A, then something like a little student who is starting a kindergarten, they will start with the alphabets names, then to sounds, then to the blends, the same way you did your presentation. So if I'm not coming from an accounting background, simply reading your PowerPoint slides with your explanation, that will help me to understand from the basics. So it was so good.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. You did a very good job.
Thank you.
Good going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing that you said about a longer session, I would definitely consider that one, because you have rightly identified that it is nothing to do in one session. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you are right. Yeah. Yeah. In one session, it is not easy to put everything in one, because it's not easy to put all the eggs in one basket. So it has to be multiple sessions, but yeah, still with the limited time within a session, you performed very effectively. Very well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you for holding this conversation. Thanks for giving me time. So see you at class or at the canteen or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, we'll catch up. Yeah. Okay. See you. Good luck with your studies.
Yeah.
Thank you.